I was going to say, does it highlight texture? It's a highlighter. It's going to highlight anything it touches. Do you know what I mean? So how many times am I going to say, do you know what I mean? Well, do you know what I mean, guys? Do you? Because I never know what I mean. Most of the time I don't. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Silly, aren't I? Good morning, beautiful ones. Welcome to the House of Joseph. If you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Now then, guys, and today I've got a real treat for you beautiful ones out there. I've got some new products which Aldi released possibly earlier this week, possibly Monday, Tuesday, not too sure. However, they're hot off the shelf and today we're going to have a close look at them. So if that sounds like something you guys want to watch, stay tuned. As some of you regular viewers to the House of Joseph will be well aware that my mum and I, we've been meeting up every single Thursday for the past 3 years, ever since COVID hit in 4 years, 2019, and we haven't missed a single Thursday. And what we do is we go shopping in Aldi and and we just get our weekly shopping. It just gives us time to spend time together, really. However, in the shop yesterday, I was just, because we split up and I go and do my bits and mum goes and do her bits because she's a little bit slower than me, bless her. And she was across the aisle from me and she said, "Joe, come here, look at this." And I was like, wow, what's going on? So I shopped to her and there was this whole section of new stuff in Aldi. So excited to introduce this one to you. And this is called Lacura Luminous Filter Glow Foundation. So we're going to be having a look at that today. And this was £4.99 from Aldi, brand new, hot off the press, as I said. Glamour foundation. And I also got a Glamour wand as well. And this is just a highlighter. And these are both dupes of Charlotte Tilbury's Luminous. I don't know what a foundation's called. I will find out and put it down here. As I was saying, these two are dupes of the Charlotte Tilbury Glowy or Radiant foundation, and this one is a dupe of her Hollywood wand or something. Again, I can't remember the name. I'll pop it down here because I've never bought a Charlotte Tilbury product in my entire life. If I can't find a dupe or a substitute for it, I'll make it myself. So it's quite simple, isn't it, guys? And as I've just said, beautiful ones, this one was £4.99, this one was £4. I spent about £35 in out. I'll show you what else I got after we've talked about the foundations, if that's okay with you. I got some scent too, which is really, really, really exciting. I've been dying to have a dupe of the scent I particularly was after for about 5 years, and then suddenly we were in Aldi's yesterday and I saw this dupe of exactly the same scent, but obviously we'll talk about that towards the end of the review. And should we just talk about the foundation first? Why not? And because this is a foundation and a highlighter hybrid, it actually comes in shades. Can you see that? And is that the right way around? Can't see a thing. Yep, shade 2. And I think there were 5 or 6 shades in Aldi yesterday. And the shade 1 was way too pale for me. And so I plumbed for shade 2 in the end. And what I'll do is I'll just tell you what I can see in my hand. So in this cardboard box is a glass bottle. And I believe there'll be a doe. In fact, I know there is because I opened it up yesterday in the shop and slapped some on the back of my hand. My mum had it all over her face, bless her, because she's obsessed by stuff like this too. And on the front it says Luminous Filter Glamour Foundation. And it is 30 mils, bog standard 30 mils foundation size. So I'm not too sure whether this is a highlighter, a foundation, or a hybrid of them both. But should we have a look and find out? Why not? So it says Lacura Luminous Filter Glamour Foundation helps to illuminate the complexion for a glowing and youthful looking skin. Sounds good, doesn't it? I need that. I definitely need youthful looking skin. In fact, I just need to reverse the hands of time desperately. No, I don't. I'm not having a midlife crisis yet. My brother had. No, don't get on to that one. Stick to subject, man. Okay, I'll try. Formulated with finely milled powders, this formula helps to blur the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles for a glamorous airbrushed filter. So there's plenty of claims there that we can look at, and this might be a blind review or it might just be a straightforward review because this is a brand new hot off the press product. So without any further waffle, I'll crack it open, shall I, guys? Let's do that. So can you see there's a piece of sellotape on the top there, so I'll just have to slice him open. Taking care to avoid fingers. Oh, it's actually not a piece of sellotape at all. It's just, when you expect something, I think, is it called confirmation bias? When you expect something to be there and then suddenly it's not, but you believe it's there anyway. Why am I talking about psychological phenomenon as opposed to... Right, okay, we found this in the shop yesterday. For some reason, Aldi have glued this to the bottom of the box. So it's going to be a bit of a nightmare for me to get out. So what I'll do is I'll have to stop filming, get it out of the box, and then I'll show it to you just in the bottle, if that's okay. This reminds me a lot of the e.l.f. Halo Glow, the filter thing that they do as well. So without any further ado, I'll get it open. So that's the product. Hang on, put him over there, or that will go everywhere. Can you see on the doe foot? It's quite a big doe foot, I suppose. So yeah, and what I'll have to do is before I put it on my face is we'll read the directions off the back of the box, and then we can take it from there. How does that sound? So there's a dollop of him on the back of my hand. So what I'll do is I'll just finger blend that in using that finger. I won't offend anyone by using my middle finger, which I so often do. Rub him into the rubber arm. It's made a reappearance just for today. It's a cameo role today. The rubber arm's having its cameo role. Silly, isn't it? Hang on. No scent at all, guys. Not even that foundation-y sort of smell. So can you see that? And the colour is, hang on, let's have a look in the natural data. It's very, very, very sheer, very sheer. In fact, it wouldn't give you any coverage at all, so I don't think this is a foundation. But, wow, look at that glow, guys. That's amazing, isn't it? Very, very, very subtle. Not turning me into a Cyberman or a Dalek or a piece of tin foil or anything like that. So that's also, well, mind you, I suppose we wouldn't know until we get it on my old choppies, would we? No, we wouldn't. But, wow. Loving this stuff, already falling for it. Can I have another affair with this one? It's totally dried now, guys, and it took about 2 minutes all told to dry, and it very, very lightweight, very, very sheer, just lovely. I mean, look at that glow. It's amazing, isn't it? Right, without me waffling any further, I'll slap some on my old chops, and what I'll put on one side on just with fingers, and I might even use the other side with my foundation brush. I've got my soaked beauty blender here, just in case it all goes TI or TU, tits up. Who knows? It so often does with me, doesn't it, guys? Right, so turn that around so you can see the name of him. What's it called? Glamour, Luminous filter, isn't it? Get it right, man. Having a go at myself again. Are you all okay, gorgeous ones? Hope so. What are your plans for the weekend? You up to anything exciting? Right, okay. Stop being nosy and get that foundation on them old chopses. Not being nosy, I'm taking a healthy interest in my gorgeous ones out there, aren't I? I want you all to have lovely lives and lovely weekends. Now, wrong with that, is there? No, there's not. Right, okay, so I'll put it on this side. No, I'll put it on this side, actually. I was going to start with fingers, wasn't I? However, I've started with my foundation brush. Doesn't matter, does it? Wow, look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, it's bringing my skin to life, isn't it, guys? It's giving you that lit from within look. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, if Aldi are releasing all of these dupes at the minute, you know, where are they going to stop? Where are they going to draw the line, guys? Do you know what I mean? Because, I mean, some of these foundations are so expensive and these beauty products are so expensive that there's just no need to go out there spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, is there? Especially when you've got companies like Aldi and Wilco and stuff like that, and the cheaper cosmetic companies like Essence and Collection and so on. Okay, so that's him on the right-hand side of my old face. What do you reckon? Wow, really, really, really loving this stuff for $4.99. Come on, guys, you can't go wrong, can you? Really, you can't go wrong, guys. Wow. Has anyone heard of Sicily, the French brand? It's really, really, really expensive. Really, really expensive. Like, I think they charge something like £80 for 5 mil. No, I'm joking. Possibly around £75. They do a pearlized primer. And this is giving me vibes of that, and that has dried immediately on my skin. So there's none of that tacky, greasy sort of feel. So I know Susie over at Like Fragrance Oracle would love this because she can't stand anything claggy or heavy on her skin. Wow, that's just brought my skin to life, isn't it? We'll have to have a quick look at the claims again. But before we do that, I'll get this other side done, shall I? Just so I'm not walking around with half a shiny face and half a matte face. That would be silly, wouldn't it? Wow, so impressed. And you can you see that just there? That's the lot I've just put onto my back of my hand. The only criticism I'm going to make with this one so far is a little bit doesn't go a long way, and the doe foot, it doesn't pick up as much as you would expect. The doe foot doesn't, but so far not a great deal to complain about here. And I don't like complaining about just clean the back of my hands. I don't really like complaining about makeup and stuff. I like prefer to find the positives or the you know, the pros as opposed to keep finding cons with them. But so far, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And it hasn't made me look like a Cyberman, has it, guys? No, it certainly hasn't. At the moment, I'm preferring this side. What do you guys at home? Let me know in the comments, please. I'd love to hear from you all. I really would. But so, right, we're going to look at the claims, weren't we? And we'll just see whether this lives up to those or not. So, first one was helps to illuminate the complexion for a glowing and youthful looking skin. I'd go along with that. What do you reckon? And it's just amazing. It just dries so quickly on the skin. Do you know what I mean? So you can get out to work or what have you. I don't know how it would fare applied underneath or over the top of foundation, but wow, look at that area there, guys. Wow. And it's not too glowy either. It's a really, really lovely subtle sheen it gives the skin. And it has airbrushed my skin too. So I'm convinced I'm falling in love with this one. Right, what else did it say? Formulated with finely milled powders. Well, we won't know whether they're finely milled or not. We'll just have to take their word for it, won't we? This formula helps to blur the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles for a glamorous airbrushed finish. Right. So, let's have a closer inspection, shall we, guys? I can't say anything, but what I'll do is I'll just come forward and I'll let you guys out there have a quick look. And then I'll have to go in with my glasses just for an inspection, because I basically can just see a big pink blancmange sort of blur. Do you know what I mean? Wow, it has just transformed my skin, isn't it, utterly, guys? I don't know about the blurring, the blurring claims, but again, $4.99, hardly going to break the bank, is it, guys? No. Wow. Yep, loving this. Mind you, have just seen. No, I was going to say, does it highlight texture? It's a highlighter. It's going to highlight anything it touches. Do you know what I mean? So, how many times am I going to say, do you know what I mean? Well, do you know what I mean, guys? Do you? Because I never know what I mean. Most of the time I don't. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Silly, aren't I? Oh, let's just clean up old Stoshy. Yep, $4.99, guys. I mean, come on, please. You can't go wrong, can you, really? I'm going to go and take a set of photos, and when I come back, should we try? I'll remove this layer, and should we try with a soaked beauty sponge? Let's do that. Sorry, guys. We've just had a total power cut. All the lights have gone off in the building. They haven't really. I'm joking. I just wanted you to see how this looks in natural daylight. Well, as natural as you can be. My flat can be a little bit dark, and it's not gloomy or anything like that, but because I've got one curtain closed and one open. So why am I talking to you about my lighting arrangements or lighting arrangements in this whole building? Don't know, but can you see? Wow, that side looks amazing, and it is so dry to the touch. Honestly, you would expect something like that glow there to be really sticky and tacky, but it's just not, guys. I mean, look, just amazing. Right, I'll stop waffling. I'll put the light back on, and we'll look at some photos, shall we? Let's do that. OMG, guys, this is amazing. It's wonderful. I'm just so impressed with it for £4.99. Not going to say that anymore. I'll try not to say that any more times today. Possibly wouldn't be able to resist the urge to slip in another £4.99 here or there, but I'll try my hardest, guys. How does that sound? This one's me looking straight out of the window into natural daylight, and I have noticed it doesn't cover virtually anything. So, mind you, is it a foundation or is it a highlighter? I just don't know. Here's me looking to the right. Here's me looking to the left. Here's one from above my head. And finally, guys, flash photography. Or camera phone with flash. Hardly flash photography. I'm showing off again, aren't I? I so am. Right, okay. Yep, no, that is amazing, isn't it? Wow, look at that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just totally blown away by this stuff. And I've only had it in my possession since around, what time is it now? 8:45 in the morning. So around 24, 25 hours I've had it in my possession, but I'm so glad it is now, though, guys. So glad. Wow. Okay, what I need to do is I'll go and remove this layer, and then when I come back, we'll try with the soaked beauty sponge. Should we do that? Aeroplane, another aeroplane, not impressed. So it doesn't say to shake it on the bottle or on the box, but I ought to just give it a quick shake, oughtn't I? So let's get loads of this on the back of this hand, shall we? So there's a big dollop, and I'll put a little bit more on. Why not? Let's give this a fair old review, shall we? A bit more? Why not? Because obviously going in with something like going with a soaked beauty blender, you're going to be sharing a formulation out, and it is silicones in there because obviously I've already checked the ingredients. So guys, get your jug with water and your soaking sponge and just wring it out, not so it's bone, you know, so all the water's in. You need some water in it to exact the miracle, which is going to happen in a minute. And I'll go in with the pointy end and I'll just load all of that one onto there. Can you see that? Right, okay, and I'll need to just finger it in just a little bit because otherwise I'll end up with a huge old dollop of foundation on this old chops, or choppies. And what we're going to do is just going to blend him into my face. Wow. Can you see the glow it's given my skin already? And most of that is the highlight, and my skin's soaking wet now, but as it dries, the formulation bonds with the skin much more than if we hadn't soaked the beauty sponge. And this will give us a really, really different look than if we, you know, again, if we hadn't, bring it onto the old neck, if we hadn't have soaked our beauty sponge first. It helps the product go a lot further as well. Just put a little bit more on, so. Do you know what I mean? Is anyone keeping count of how many times I'm going to say, do you know what I mean, today? Possibly into the thousands by now. Put him over there. So as that dries, should we have a quick inspection? Let's do that. Glasses are filthy. My beard's a little bit wet, so just have to tidy up the old beard. But wow, oh my goodness me. Wow. And it hasn't quite dried yet, you know, I mean, the water hasn't all evaporated. Can you see what the water's done to the whole formulation, guys? You can see that, I know you can. Wow. It has airbrushed my skin, it so has. $4.99 you get skin that looks like this. It's just amazing. And it looks really, really, really natural as well. It does. It just looks flawless, and yet they're imperceptible on the old skin, or undetectable, which is one of my biggest requirements. Wow, my skin just looks lit from within now, doesn't it? It does. It just looks absolutely stunning. Is it dried? Wow, yeah, bone dry now, guys. Absolutely bone dry. So try and get my beard into a point. It's got nothing to do with today's shoot. It's just me being vain. What I might do, guys, is just do a quick 180 so you guys can see how fabulous this stuff is. So if I start here, just slowly turn my head. Can you see the light catching? It's fabulous. Wow, look at that area there. Stop talking and move that head. Okay, will do, sir. So harsh on myself, aren't I, guys? But wow. For some reason, it might be the lighting, because I mean, obviously natural light's coming in this way and this way. My studio light's directly in front of me, to give you the best views of my skin now. Clean off stosh, and it hasn't really clung to my my facial hairs as opposed as a normal foundation would, has it, guys? No, it hasn't. So, being a bit silly, right? So put my glasses on, and I'll have to have a very close inspection now. We're getting into glass skin territory here, aren't we, guys? We are. Do you know what I mean? That Korean trend of possibly 4 or 5 years ago, the old glass skin, where your skin just looked really, really, really glossy and shiny, and yet when you touch it, it needs to be bone dry. And this is exactly what this stuff is doing. Wow, look at that there. So impressed, guys. So impressed. Okay, should I stop? Well, I'll go and take another set of photos, and when I come back, should we talk about Glamour wand highlighter? Why not? So again, beautiful one, same as before, in pitch darkness. No, it's not. It's probably a little bit gloomy, but just wanted you to see how this one looks. And this is using soak sponge, isn't it? And it just looks amazing. I'm so impressed. Beaming smile on my face tells all, really, doesn't it? Okay, I'll go into the studio light back on. We'll look at the photos, and then we'll move on to wands, shall we? Let's do that. Right, beautiful ones. Here's me looking out of the window into natural daylight. This is stunning. Absolutely stunning. What do you think? Gorgeous, isn't it? This is me looking to the right. Car backfiring. This is me looking to the left. Shh. But impatient. Intolerance to work. Here's me holding the camera above my head. And finally, guys, flash photography. Just the most awesome thing I think I've come across in a long time. Wow. And using the soak sponge method, it has, again, it's just, I mean, look at that area there. Can you see the reflection it's giving my skin? And yet it looks like nothing on the skin. It's just awesome. Okay, what I need to do is just I'll read off the directions, because this is not going to be a blind review today, if that's okay. It's just going to be a regular, bog standard YouTube review. Or because these products are so new, I thought that by being really clever and cocky and, you know, doing a blind review, it may be way too confusing for you and for me. So directions for use. Product can be used alone for a sheer glow or in combination with a full coverage foundation for a luminous and flawless finish. So I still don't know whether it's a foundation or just a highlighter or a glowy primer or anything really. I guess the name Glamour Foundation says it all really, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Get on with it. Okay. For a sheer dewy finish, use the wand applicator to dot product directly onto skin, then blend gently with your fingertips. Well, we didn't. Yeah, we did that, didn't we, on one side? And then, yeah, we did. So, yeah. Okay. For a fuller coverage glowing complexion, mix with or apply underneath your favourite foundation using a foundation brush or a sponge. We did that, didn't we? Well, we didn't use the foundation because I want you just to see how this looks on bare skin. If you want me to do one mixing it with foundation, I could quite easily do that, guys. I've got loads of foundations, possibly 1,000, 1,000,000 foundations. Dramatic Queen, Drama Queen again, my bad. And the final point is, or use on top of your favourite foundation to highlight your features and tap gently with fingertips to blend. Wow, 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 wow. I'm just blown away, guys. Again, I know how silly I can get over these sort of things, but wow, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, shall we move on to the next one? Drag ourselves away from glowing foundation and move rapidly on to Glamour Wand. There have been many coming too, so I'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. Be like a split second to the magic of YouTube and all of that. See you in a sec. Can get myself a cup of tea as well. So beautiful ones. Let's move on and look at the Glamour Wand highlighter, shall we? This is a 12mm product basically, and it comes in a pale, very, very pale pink, beige sort of cardboard box. Imagine again it's glued in, so we're going to have a bit of a struggle to get it out. However, let's just read out what it says on the front. So it says Glamour Wand highlighter, Lacura. Can you see that? And on the back, I'll read out the claims. So, quickly and easily redefine your facial features with the Lacura Glamour Wand highlighter. So there are two claims we're looking for. Quickly and easily redefine your features. So obviously if we put it here, well, we can try and sculpt my face, can't we, a little bit. Create the illusion of a glowing complexion with this easy to use liquid highlighter wand designed to perfectly accentuate the face. A glossy highlighter that stays put while looking dewy all day. So there's some claims there, aren't they, really? I mean, the first one, redefine facial features. So they're claiming that this is going to chisel the old face or make cheekbones more prominent. It could work, guys. I mean, stranger things have happened, haven't they? And then the, what did it say? A glossy highlighter that stays put while looking dewy all day. So they're claiming this is going to be a long wear highlighting product. So without any further waffle, I'll get him open. And again, I tried this in the shop yesterday. Oh, it wasn't glued in this time, which is a big thumbs up to me. So again, it comes in a beige plastic tube with a beige plastic lid, the branding on the front, and more directions and more claims on the back. And this is good for 6 months. Can you see the can, the expiry can there? And oh wow! So this is giving me vibes of Charlotte Tilbury very, very much. Is it her magic wand or something like that? It doesn't say whether you shake it. Shall I read the directions this time before? Yeah, I'll read them before as opposed to after this time, shall I? A bit arse about face before, wasn't I? So, apply to the apples of the cheeks using the cushion applicator of the wand and then blend with fingertips or a brush. So we'll use fingertips for today, shall we? So first of all, so what, do you squeeze it or what? I'm not familiar with anything like this. Or, no, can't get it out, is it? Ah, right, so what you need to, right, okay. That's like that, and what you need to do is just twist it up to expose the, or get the flow going. So, he says, desperately trying to, there, wow. Wow, I'm really, really, really surprised. Can you see that? It's bright pink, bright pink. Does anyone know whether the Charlotte Tilbury one's pink or not? So this is like a blush highlighter hybrid sort of thing. Something I've been after for a little while now. Is because I don't wear blush or anything color cosmetic wise. However, for my kit, I'll need something, you know, to basically give color to your face once you've got a layer of foundation on. Right, stop waffling and get that on them old choppies. Right, so which side do you want me to do? This one? Should I do them both? Why not? I'll start on this side because the light's better. So let's just squeeze some of the product up. And then I'll just, these are the apples of your cheeks, just here. Wow. And then just finger blend, it said, didn't it? Did you guys know that in the 1920s they used to wear blush right up until right underneath the eye? They did. They used to bring that all the way up here, and it was almost like a V sort of shape. But wow, look at that glow! Wow, wow, wow. So it's giving me a sort of a beetroot sort of vibe at the minute, a burnt beetroot, sunburnt beetroot. But okay, yep. Certainly, certainly bringing my cheekbones to life, isn't it? And it's certainly illuminated this part of my face, and it hasn't quite dried yet, so it's not as fast drying as the foundation. However, doesn't matter, does it, guys? This was £4.99 again from Aldi, and I'll link everything into the description where I got it all from. So I put some on this side, and obviously that application wasn't the best in the world, so I think I put a little bit too much on. But so again, squeeze him to release some of the product. Yep, there's some there, and obviously I won't use that on my face. I'll just go straight in with the applicator. That should be plenty for that side, and blend it backwards, upwards and outwards. Just finger dot it. You could really, couldn't you? Using my wrong finger. I should be using my wedding ring finger, because obviously that's the weakest finger on your hand. Did you know that, guys? And so when you're applying anything to your face, you should really use that finger, the wedding ring finger, because you're putting a lot less pressure onto your face and therefore not damaging your skin. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to have to remove this side and do this side again. I'll go and do that now, okay? So beautiful. And that's got you in a little bit closer. Wow. Falling for this one as well, guys. I mean, look at that healthy glow it's given my skin. Am I looking like Aunt Sally from Wurzel Gummidge? Possibly. I'll put a little bit more on this side. So, as you know, I just removed that. So these are the apples of your cheeks here. And we're going to finger blend that in using our ring finger, aren't we, guys? Just dab it gently with your finger. And bring it backwards towards, your hairline. Wow, 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 wow. I'm so impressed. Let's put the lid on it. Where is the lid? Hunting for the lid. Okay, so again, £4.99, and I mean, look at that. Wow, look at that glow. That is amazing, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Pretty, very, very pretty. So now I'm a 50-year-old man with black facial hair, with pretty cheekbones, just what I've always wanted. Wow, look at that. So come in for an extreme close-up, I'll do that. And it's just diffused all of those pores and wrinkles, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Not that I've got many wrinkles anyway, because I've obviously always looked after my skin, and I'm using about a 30% niacinamide spray at the minute, twice a day, or sometimes thrice a day, but wow, and they do just one shade, so if you've got very, very dark skin, I don't think it would show up on black skin or Asian skin. However, it's showing up on my pale Celtic skin beautifully, isn't it? They may introduce more shades later on if down the line. I don't know how many shades Charlotte Tilbury sells. Do you? No idea. I tend to boycott Charlotte Tilbury. In fact, I was watching on Facebook last night. Hated her at first sight. No, I didn't really, guys. But there was lots of darlings and lots of affectations going on. So I thought, give this woman a wide berth. Do you know what I mean? She'll only wind me up. But wow. So far, so utterly fantastic, guys. Wow. I haven't seen how this looks in natural daylight, and I'll go and take a set of photos now. And then when I come back, I'll show you my third and final purchase, shall I? It's sent, so okay, I'll do that. Sorry, guys, grinning like the Cheshire Cat because I'm just so impressed. Stop waffling. Photos, right. This one's me looking straight out of the window into natural daylight. And as you can see, I've put way too much on, haven't I? I've gone really OTT with this again, because obviously I always do. But this one's me looking to the right, because it is giving me Aunt Sally vibes now quite severely. But I mean, obviously, if you're a man and you want a little bit of colour on your face, this would work perfectly. Just don't use, this is me looking to the left, sorry. Just don't use as much as I've walloped on these 50-year-old chopses. However, sorry, here's me holding the camera above my head. And finally, beautiful ones, flash photography. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that. So it's living up to all of its claims. It didn't say anywhere on the box, though, it was a blush, did it? No, it didn't. It just said it was a highlighted, but it is definitely blush too, because, I mean, it's just the amount of colour. It's just given my cheeks a very lovely wash of pink, isn't it? Very healthy, sort of stunning, again, lit from within sort of glow, which is just what you want. Beautiful ones, isn't it? Wow. I'm so glad I went into Aldi's yesterday, and I'm so glad my mum grabbed me and said, Joe, come and look at all of these, because, you know, if I hadn't have done, my life wouldn't now be much, much richer with all of these beautiful products, or produits. Right, okay, shall I stop waffling and introduce my ultimate purchase, which I made yesterday? I actually got 4 of them in the end, but right, I'll do that. So beautiful ones. The final thing we're going to look at today is this one, and it's called, I'll put that behind there so you can see it, and this is called Lacura Essence of Italy, and this is called Giallo, or Giallo. Giallo, I believe that's how it's pronounced, isn't it? Italians tend to pronounce the word G as J, so Giallo. And it is a dupe of Acqua di Parma, the stuff which costs nearly £200 or £300 for a drop or something. Silly money again, but and again they had not testers as such. Someone had obviously overzealously ripped a box open and had sprayed themselves because they didn't provide testers. Had they done so, then there wouldn't have been such a mess in Aldi's yesterday. However, I did spit some of this over my entire body yesterday and just fell in love with it immediately. And it is a direct dupe of Acqua di Parma. It smells so much like it. It's unreal. £4.99, by the way. And this was £4.99 for 50 mils. It's an eau de toilette for men, but women can wear it as well. It's got one of those really lovely cologne-y sort of Mediterranean sort of smells, is what I'd say. So I'm just going to slice him open because there's a sticker on the top. Can you see that there? You can see that, can't you? The sticker on the top. I just use my steak knife to. It's not. I just use that to you know, to open up these products for you guys. And there were 3 different scents. There was a dark blue bottle, a yellow bottle, and then a black bottle. However, I was after something really light and fresh to wear on a daily basis, and I'll probably mix this with something else just to get it, because I believe that when you're after a scent, you should try and get your signature scent and make it as unique to you as possible. Does that make sense? Hope so. So as you can see, it comes in a glass bottle with the Lacura branding on the front, Essence of Italy, Giallo, written down below, and that's all that's on there, apart from a little sticker, a little safety sticker on the bottom. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that there, can't you? Okay, with that, and it's got a black plastic lid with the old atomizer, and that looks really, really classy, doesn't it, guys? Again, £4.99. I like all of my things to face forwards. A bit anal about that sort of thing, guys, but hey ho. And this smells absolutely gorgeous, guys. And I actually got all of these yesterday. A bit scared in case they ran out. You know what I mean? It's typical me, guys. Do you know what I mean? Because I just thought, well, in case they ever run out, and I think that Aldi were about to sell out of them yesterday. They certainly sold out of them after I finished in there yesterday. Right, okay, so get some of this on and I had to have a shave this morning, and what I'm trying to do at the moment is to avoid spraying aftershaves directly onto shaved skin, because obviously alcohol will irritate skin. So I'll just spray this around on my arms and in my hair, and on my hands, obviously, and I'll try and describe as best possible the scent of this one for you. It is gorgeous, though, guys. Oh my goodness me! Wow, 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 wow! Let's put the lid on him. The first notes you can smell, it gives you a very, very strong hit of bergamot, you know, that citrusy. Oh, wow, it's just gorgeous. Have a sniff. What do you reckon? I know we haven't invented smell-o-vision yet, guys, but when we do, I'll let you all have a sniff. And it stays really limey and very citrusy. There's definitely something, I think it might be a bit of sandalwood or maybe a bit of ylang-ylang. There's a bit of a powderiness going on too. But the overwhelming scent is definitely bergamot, limes, citrus. So think of a lime orchard or a bergamot orchard or even an orange orchard, you know, Mediterranean, sun-drenched, just the sun setting, you know. Wow, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. So I've now found my next scent. 50-year-old man here, yours truly, has another date on Saturday evening with person B. So yeah, and I want to smell really, really nice and a little bit different, a little bit unusual. So I'll be wearing this one. Should we play around with it a little bit and maybe add a little bit of Old Spice into the old equation? Why not? Let's do that. This is my bottle of Old Spice, and I've got 3 of these. Again, bulk buying because, you know, terrified that they're going to run out. Why would anyone ever run out of Old Spice? It's just the most beautiful scent in the world. This is just gorgeous. And they've reformulated it quite recently to make it even more modern smelling. Do you know what I mean? So, however, you see the plug thing in on the top. It just, what you're supposed to do is then splash it onto your hand and then rinse, splash it onto your face. However, me being me, came up with this idea. So just all you need to do is just to unplug the red plug, unscrew your bottle, turn it upside down. This is empty, by the way. Pop it on the top of the bottle, and then just tap the bottle so it starts the flow. And decant it into a spray bottle, guys. And it just makes life so much easier. And wow, this was just £4.99 from Savers, and as I said, I've decanted it into my bottle, so you have a bit more control over it. Do you know what I mean, guys? So what I might do is just, because I've got that on the back of, wow, God. Oh, it just smells so delicious, guys. And as it fades, it leaves a really, really clean sort of just citrusy smell. And I love citrus. But what I'm trying to do here is to get a unique sort of classy, basically, scent, which no one else in the world has ever. I'm sure someone has mixed Old Spice and possibly Acqua di Parma before, but they certainly haven't done it with this one, have they? The Aldi's version of. So, yeah, no, I'll just go in with a layer of Old Spice. Just give that a second or two to do its magic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I've been physically repulsed by scents which I've created myself. However, generally it does. You can get a really unique, classy smell. Hang on. As the Old Spice tends to fade, the citrus is coming through. I'm getting notes of baby powder, notes of raspberry. I'm not testing wine here. What's the matter with me? Yep. That smells amazing. I might just put a little bit more of the old Acqua di Parma dupe on, or Giallo, as it's called. Wow. I think we're getting into a bit of mosquito repellent territory now, guys. A bit of citronella going on. Oh, no. No, hold your horses. No, that smells really nice, actually. Have a sniff. No, I'm joking. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Right. So beautiful. And should we have a quick recap? In today's review, we've reviewed the brand new Luminous Filtered Glamour Foundation in shade Light, 02 Light, and I fell in love with this. It just makes your skin look absolutely stunning. Dries almost instantly on the skin, so there's none of that tackiness or that heaviness. Made my skin look airbrushed, and it lived up to all of its claims. Very, very, very well worth £4.99, in my opinion, or IMHO. And then we looked at the Glamour Wand highlighter. Really surprised by this one because I didn't expect it to give skin the blush sort of effect or the healthy sort of glow, but it certainly did. Again, £4.99. Fell in love with this one. And finally, get the box too, so you guys can see, is the, what is this called? Essence of Italy. And these are absolutely gorgeous. And obviously I didn't try the blue one or the black one because they were too heavy. And I tried this one in the shop, fell in love with it immediately, then went and bought their entire supply of the UK. Got 4 bottles, in other words. So, yeah, £4.99. Sorry, guys, for 50 mils. Eau de toilette. Gorgeous. If you want to smell classy, this is the way forwards. And we've also learned today, guys, how to mix scents to get our own unique special scent, haven't we? And that smells gorgeous now, it does. When it first went on, a bit repulsing to me, but as the two have blended together, it's just left the most unique, beautiful, gorgeous scent I could ever imagine, guys. So I'll be wearing that on Saturday night, and if my date doesn't fall in love with me immediately, I'll eat my hat, okay? Not that I ever wear hats, guys, it just don't suit me. Do you wear hats out there? I mean, I reckon a baseball cap is about my limit, so... Okay, if you enjoyed today's review of brand new Aldi's products, brand new hot off the press Aldi's products, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. It's that one as opposed to that one, isn't it? Yeah, that one. Sorry, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Similarly, consider subscribing so you're kept abreast of each time I release new videos, which is pretty regularly. And all that remains is for me to wish you gorgeous ones a wonderful Friday, have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Lots of love. Take care. Did you like the wink there? See ya.